Going people, so this will be a first. This is my review on a bunch of championships that I purchased from Platt Championship Belts at Ohio, I believe. Brad Platt. So three of the titles I'm about to show you I purchased from him, and the very one in the far end I actually made myself. This is for an independent professional wrestling company here in North Carolina called Four Corners Championship Wrestling, FCCW. So this is the championship belts that I ordered. Ordered a let's see, the FCCW Social Media Championship YouTube belt, basically. Yeah, it's not cool. And the FCCW Tag Team Championship. This one versatile. And when you're far in, I'll end up refocusing, and that is it's going to be the Classic Championship, because obviously it's a trophy belt. Looks like old school. I'll get to that in a little bit. So, real quick review. This was actually all my idea. Brad's really cool. He made the belts for me in total for three belts. I paid $400. Do the math. That's cracking around $140 each. So, but the only one issue that I have is they're like 1 millimeter thick. They're really, really thin. Hence, they're really, really light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-leather them. So I know how to re-leather championships. Obviously, the very last belt I'm going to show you proves that I know how to make belts. So I'm going to retool it, and I'm going to add some more metal underneath it, like I think some 2 millimeter thick metal. So it'll give it just a little bit of weight to it. Granted, these are belts not supposed to be really heavy, but you know, right now it's so flimsy. It's like a toy. Obviously, it's not. It's a real championship. So the way he did it is really thin sheet metal of some type there, and then he has an engraver. He was able to etch out, you know, all what I wanted and all that. Same goes for the tag team belts. They are really, really thin and light. Very flimsy. This is, by the way, was told to me that the black is real leather, but it's almost irrelevant because I'm going to re-leather them and put suede behind it, and then, you know, of course, real cowhide leather. Give it some weight. Slightly deceptive. I mean, they obviously look really good. I mean, they engraved perfectly, but they're like sheet metal engraved on it, so it's really thin. So when I get around the chance, I'm gonna take these plates off, and I'm gonna actually put them on the belt. See, it's real thick. Not a problem. So I don't really have too much of an issue with it. I paid $140 for the belts. So for these three, I paid $400. So it's all good. This is my Four Corners Championship Wrestling Classic Championship. I use the same philosophy as far as doing the lettering. I engraved it. So, but this particular is 2 millimeter thick. Under here's 2, and this is 2. So this middle part is 6 millimeter thick, and here's steel plated. See, and this is about 2 millimeter thick. Then you got your leather, then the suede underneath it, and it is actually pretty heavy. So this was dual plated, and I cut the middle out. So it's 1, 2, pretty cool. You see the tooling I did on it. Let's see the tooling. So these are championships we're going to use right now for the Four Corners Championship Wrestling out of North Carolina. This is a actual trained lead independent professional wrestling company. I say it that way because some people just, every company's popping up and you got a bunch of whoever's, but I could in fact have saved up a little bit more and went to some other places and got thicker actual, but the thing is I could re-leather them and I could put metal behind them and it'll be no different. So and I spent $140 each for the belts, and they're belts that I want. You know, so I use the 1970s Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling tag belts for Mid South. That's why it looks familiar. And the this one was the social media belt was actually the old Mid Atlantic TV title for structure and how everything looks. But yeah, that is my review for Platt Championship belts. I give it a A, maybe even a B, because he did everything I asked him to do. He was very cooperative. I spoke to him, a few times a week for the 6 weeks it took to get the belts. So I have great reviews for her. The guy's pretty cool. Can't call him because he is actually deaf, so you have to do through Messenger or whatever. That's how I was able to communicate with him. I've never, not one time, spoke to him because everything was through Messenger. But even then, he didn't ignore me, and he answered all my questions. All right, folks. Thanks.